What's going on, Jerome's? Your Minnesota Vikings are 3-1, getting it done, leading the NFC Norris Division, as well as welcoming in the crooked Chicago Bears. Week 5, U.S. Bank Stadium, looking to move to 4-1, as well as 3-0 in division, which is kind of a big deal. And yes, we've had our fun with the Bears in the past. Yes, they could have took Patrick Mahomes in 2017, but they took Mitchell Trubisky-Ponder to, ow, it hurts. It hurts. And also the new regime, Ryan Poles, who took the Bears job because he knew he wasn't going to get the Vikings job. He didn't want the pressure of trying to succeed in a fast-paced work environment that is the Minnesota Vikings, as well as Matt Eberflus, the IKEA toilet, revamping that defense. Blah. Justin Fields. Can someone help this man? I still love Justin Fields, man, and the Bears are doing him dirty. Sort of is what it is. But here are 10 ways for the Vikings to get a win on Sunday. 10 keys for a Vikings victory. First off, stop playing soft on defense. Hey, Taco Bell cashier, would you like hard shell or soft? Don tells us soft shell. Get out of here, man. It's just so frustrating, man. Rushing 4, rushing 3, dropping 7, 8 in coverage. Any quarterback with just worth anything like can completely tear that up if you're not getting home. If you can't get home with 4, send some more. Sun Tzu. So stack the box, press man, make Justin Fields beat you. Fields is the 31st graded quarterback in the National Football League per Pro Football Focus. He's only attempted 34 passes through 4 games, which has got to be a record. Ridiculous, man. It's like very Tebow-esque out there. But yes, mobility. We'll get to that in a sec. But do not care. Like, if he's going to beat you, hats off to him. But stack the box against the run, press the wide receivers, and just get after it, man. Like Donatel, like can we have more Fangio and less Donatel? This game, would love to see it, man. Next up, key number 2 for a Vikings victory. Pound the rock. Now, yes, I understand the irony of, hey, Zimmer's gone, but now we still want to run the football. But Dalvin, it still starts and ends with Dalvin getting that play action going. And Dalvin with that shoulder harness, Bears are 32nd in the NFL in rushing yards allowed, 30th in yards per carry, so you can make some hay against them. And plus, you know that Dalvin's just champing at the bit because, you know, a lot of people are whispering, hey, maybe Dalvin's past his prime. I mean, 27 is getting up there for a running back, but he has just been inches, just like millimeters away from busting out some really big-time runs. Would have had a 50-yard touchdown against the Saints, except Demario Davis tripped him. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. But I think number 4 is going to want some more at home against a very porous run defense. I think he can get it, man. Next up, key number 3 for the Vikings to get a win on Sunday. Stop settling for 3. You know, a lot like your significant others, your wives and girlfriend, don't settle for a 3. Nailed it. Had to think about that one. But the Vikings are 2 of 5 in the red zone against the Saints. One of the big reasons why New Orleans kept hanging around. The Vikings are 46.7% in the red zone this season, 25th in the National Football League. Get more aggressive. Be aggressive. That comes down to Kirk Cousins letting the ball sling, as well as Kevin O'Connell making sure that primary is actually in the end zone. Thank you. Also, 4th down, F it. Go for it. It's like, hey, it's the Bears. All right. This is going to come back and bite us in the ass. But, hey, say it's 4th and 1 from the 4. Are you really worried about the Bears marching 96 yards for a touchdown? Like, is that what you're thinking? Or are you going to stop them, and then they're going to punt, and you're going to get the ball back? Worst case scenario. So, be aggressive. Keep getting after it, man. You can't leave points on the board. And this will be a good practice because as the season gets later and the games get tougher and it becomes more of a high-leverage spot, you need those touchdowns. Yeah, you need 6 over 3. Well, guaranteed 6 because who knows if Joseph is going to make that point after. Next up, number 4. Remember, it's Kirktober because the leaves are falling. The autumn wind is a pirate. I mean, Kirktoberfest was supposed to start last week, except maybe not so much. But he's been pitter-pattering around as sort of a quarterback this season, getting used to a new offense. It's really been feast or famine. It was feast against Green Bay. It was famine against the Eagles. It was feast for a half. Well, 2 separate quarters against the Lions and then against the Saints, whatever. But remember all the haters and losers, they pile on Kirk Cousins like, oh, Kirk Cousins is a 500 quarterback for his career. Hashtag QB wins. But Kirk Cousins is 3-1 to start a season for the first time in his career at crickets. And all of a sudden, like, oh, quarterback wins aren't a QB stat. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. But Kirk, I think, has the potential for an absolute bang thing game, especially since Jalen Johnson is probably going to miss. So I think Kirk could have himself a tree 50, 3-touchdown type game. Absolutely would love to see it as October rolls along. Next up, key number 5 for the Vikings to get a win on Sunday. Seems like this is a perma point, but Vikemodium, stop the runs. I mean, because we're supposed to have the meats up front. And Khalil Herbert and David Montgomery's probably not going to play, but he's a bad man. But Khalil Herbert is a stud. Justin Fields is a fantastic running quarterback as well. The Bears are 3rd in the league with 709 rushing yards, ripping off 5.2 yards per carry, which is 4th best in the NFL. And the Vikings defense has been soft. Marshmallowy against the run, allowing 7 touchdowns on the ground, 31st in the league. And Harrison Phillips, Diesel Dalvin Tomlinson, Jonathan Bullard, revenge game. Kairos Tonga, the new guy, revenge game against the Bears. Can we just get better run fits, maintain gap integrity? Also, this comes down to Hicks and Kendricks too. Also, Donatel, we're still in the bottom of the league in terms of men in the box. We need men in the box. Harrison Smith, I understand the logic of just wanting to play cover 2 all the time because then it takes away the big time play. But Harrison Smith does his best work in the box, whether it's setting the edge, whether it's stopping the run, whether it's getting a blitz off the edge. Let 22 be 22 again, man. I mean, come on. Next up, key number 6 for the Vikings to get a win on Sunday. Blitz all day long. Yes. Yeah, this is part and parcel with the stop playing soft, the stopping the runs, that whole thing. But common wisdom is that you do not blitz a running quarterback because then you're going to be playing man across the board. Defensive backs will be turning their backs on a running quarterback, which is not good. Now, you can spy Justin Fields, yes, but also I'm going to take my chances. I'm going to take my chances and see if Justin Fields can beat you with his arm because under pressure, Justin Fields has a 27.4 quarterback rating, which is not good. It's dead last in the National Football League. Also, all 4 of his interceptions have come under duress this season. And we have said, coming out of Ohio State, Justin Fields was the type of quarterback who needed perfect protection and weapons around him. The Bears certainly do not have that. So I say just get after him. Keep blitzing him, keep him under duress, have him make mistakes until that he shows that he can actually beat you. And Lucas Patrick at left guard, filling in for Cody Whitehair, the best offensive lineman who they put on IR, as well as Sam Mustipher at center. That's where you're going to make your hay. Because Jones and Borum at tackle are pretty dang solid, as well as Tevin Jenkins is settling in nicely at right guard. So attack that middle. So that could be sending Hicks. That could be sending Kendricks. That could be running some T&E stunts, just playing games up front. Either way, just make sure that Justin Fields is always getting bodied. Next up, key number 7 for a Vikings win on Sunday. Remember your 3 deep, man, because, hey, I understand you want to spread the ball out and getting Irv involved and Johnny Munt and Ben Ellefson and Dalvin out of the backfield and CJ Ham. Don't care. It is Jefferson. It is Thielen. It is KJ. That is where your bread is buttered. So get Jefferson going early. They did a decent job with the scripted plays against the Saints. Make sure that he is getting his touches. Also, Jalen. Like we said, the pride of Utah probably isn't going to play on Sunday. Probably going to make it 3 straight games missed. And then guess what? By getting up 14, 17, 21, the Bears all of a sudden get one-dimensional. They can't run the ball, which they want to do, and then Justin Fields has to drop back 3 times in a row and try and beat your throne. Good luck. Good luck. So, division game, you know your opponent knows you, all that good stuff, but I think the Vikings, hey, remember, 18, 19, 17, bingo. Next up, key number 8 for the Vikings to get a win on Sunday. Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. So the Bears pass rush, respect. It is still relatively solid. Travis Gibson, the pride of Tulsa, who ironically was one of the draft picks that the Bears got from one of the Vikings and Bears trades throughout the years. But the pride of Tulsa, Golden Hurricane, he's actually coming into his own as the Bears switch to the 4-3, as well as Robert Quinn is still pretty dang solid, although he's struggling a little bit in the move from the 3-4 to the 4-3, but that's another issue. 17 pressures between them this season. Now, Gibson has primarily played left defensive end. They're playing sides as opposed to rotating around back when it was Robert Quinn and Khalil Mack. But Brian O'Neill did not have that great game against Cameron Jordan and the Saints. I think that he could have a bounce back. And overall, the Darrisaw's playing like a Pro Bowler. O'Neill will be fine. That interior offensive line has actually been pretty solid. So I think the Vikings could get some decent protection for Kirk Cousins on Sunday. Next up, key number 9 for the Vikings to get a win on Sunday. Mug Mooney. Darnell Mooney, the pride of Tulane. He's their best receiver, by far. And Mooney is their most targeted receiver with 16, which is kind of amazing when you think about it. Like, how does your top receiver only have 16 targets? But it's whatever. 8 catches for 121 yards and obviously 0 touchdowns this season. He's damaged the Vikings before. He is extremely dangerous, so it's going to be a big assignment for Dantzler and Peterson and Sean Sullivan when Mooney kicks into the slot. Now, I don't think that you shadow him. That hasn't really been Donatel's MO so far, but whatever side he's on, you always have to tag wherever Mooney is going to be. Also, you have Equimania St. Brown, the former Packer. He's a large body, large target, so if Fields gets into the mode where he's just chucking things downfield, that could be an issue as well. So got to watch out for the top 2 receivers. Also, where's ISM? ISM revenge game. Come on, man. Lastly, key number 10 for the Vikings to get a win on Sunday. Keep special teams special. So you had the fake punt against the Saints, and for that we thank you. Greg Joseph was 5 for 5. Missed a PAT, whatever. But Ryan Wright has been a boomer. Frankly, one of the better young punters in the league. But I'm calling for it. They get a blocked punt. CJ Ham gets his mitts on one, as well as King Kene or Jalen Rager has a return for a touchdown. Ooh. Matt Daniels and company, this is it. Is that, man? We're going to bust a big-time play, and there we go. So, final score prediction. The Vikings are favored by 7, and we've been waiting for the Vikings to just put the bang thing on a team, whether it's the Lions game, whether it's the Saints game, whether it's whatever. But the Bears are coming in. They're banged up. They're depleted, and it's a division game. I think the Vikings finally get things together in all 3 phases. I think Kevin O'Connell calls the best game of his career so far. I think Kirk Cousins has a great day. I think Dalvin has a big-time game. I think Jefferson stays Jefferson. I think the Vikings put up a lot of points early and often, and I think that defense is able to pin their ears back. I think it's going to be a long-ass day for Justin Fields and company. Give me Vikings 33, Bears 13. Now, I was going to say Vikings 33, Bears 6, but they get a garbage-ass touchdown late in the game. Khalil Herbert and my fantasy team thanks you. There you go. But that's it. Let us know your keys for a Vikings victory as well as your final score prediction in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.